Welcome back to Focus Montreal. I'm Richard Dagenet. An exhibition opens today at Centennial Park in Beaconsfield. It runs until August 1st and features 100 hand-carved stone sculptures from Zimbabwe. The exhibit is called Shona d'Afrique 6. The exhibit is free with donations benefiting projects in Zimbabwe supporting HIV/AIDS orphans. Fran Fernley, founder and curator of ZimArt, is here to talk about the exhibit with Givemore Mashaya, a Zimbabwean artist who will be sculpting in front of people. And Givemore, are you used to sculpting in front of an audience?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Do you sculpt any differently, or do you talk as you sculpt, whereas when you're alone you don't talk? Or?
Yes, I will be explaining as I sculpt.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, what will you be sculpting? Do you already know, or you're just going to...
Yeah, it's like when I get roast on it, it's an imagination which comes to me. Mm-hmm. Then I'll just put a sculpture on that roast on.
What kind of stone is this?
This one is cobalt.
Did you say cobalt?
The first one, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's called cobalt, yeah. And this one here, as you can see, it's a Nyanga serpentine. And also the other one is cobalt again.
How come it's white and the other two are green or darker? Is that you who controls the color, or it's the stone?
This color is natural. It's the stone.
Okay.
Yeah. If you work on it until you finish it, then it will bring out a true color at the end. Yeah, so these are different types of cobalt we have in Zimbabwe.
How long would it take you to do this?
It's like, with me, it depends with the inspiration. I don't work on one sculpture.
You work on many at the same time?
Yes, it depends with the inspiration of that time, then that's how I work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Fran, Givemore is 2010 Artist in Residence. Explain what that is, and the works that people see in Centennial Park, they're for sale as well.
They are.
Okay.
Yes. Givemore is the 9th artist who's come over from Zimbabwe. He's going to be spending 2 months here. He literally arrived last night. And after our show in Beaconsfield, he'll be giving sculpting workshops in Ontario. So we have 40 Canadians who are going to learn how to sculpt Zimbabwean style outside with hand tools and using Zimbabwean stone. And you were looking at the stone and kind of marveling at it.
Yes.
It really, I think it's the country in the world with the greatest selection of really beautiful stone, and it's a huge inspiration for the artist, and that's why Givemore said he has to look at that individual piece of stone before he can decide what it is that he's going to create. But they have over 200 varieties there to choose from.
This is Shona d'Afrique 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 have already happened. I guess every year you're doing this?
That's right.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
And you go to Zimbabwe and you spend several months there.
I do.
And the idea is to create sustainable relationships with the artists.
Absolutely, and I guess never more so than with the Artist in Residence program, because we've been successful for the last 6 years, that the artist has gone back to Zimbabwe and bought a house. So after their 2 months in Canada, so Givemore has that to look forward to as well. So it's pretty exciting and pretty motivational.
So the pieces that he sells, the money that he makes, will help him buy a house in Zimbabwe.
But also the sculpting workshops, 100% of the fee goes to the artist who's giving the workshop.
What a great idea.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And the donations from because the exhibit is free, that's at Centennial Park, but there are donations and they help HIV/AIDS orphans.
We've got 3 projects in Zimbabwe we've been supporting for the last 5 years. Very on the ground. We don't hand money over. We've built chicken houses. We've put in drip irrigation systems, water tanks. We're focused really on sustainable agriculture. But that's also a very important part of the business and the relationship building that we're doing in Zimbabwe.
And fair trade, and you make sure to respect the artist's work and to,
Exactly.
And Givemore, 16 years old you started doing this, and it was your brothers.
Yeah, my brothers, there are some who are already successful in sculpting business. So they are the ones who inspired me since I was at 16. You know, we used to take some nails and try to beat them to make some hand tools, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nails
until it goes up and up and up, until I joined my brothers. Then they managed to add some ideas on how I can be succeeding.
Okay, so now are you better than your brothers? He looked at you. Should I say anything?
You know what's really neat about Givemore's family is they have a tradition where the brother, the next one down, their school fees are paid for by the older brother, and they become the mentor for the next brother. How many brothers, Givemore, do you have who are sculpting?
Yeah, 13 brothers.
13.
13 brothers?
Yeah, it's a big studio.
Oh, yeah, it must be, yeah. Wow. And where do all the sculptures go? Like, they go all over the world? Or?
All over the world.
Yeah, all over the world.
And Shona d'Afrique didn't originate here. It originated in the United Kingdom, is that right? Or?
Well, the work was first shown in the UK, yes, back in the 60s. And I started showing the work here in Canada back 11 years ago now, and was one of the first to do so and build on this idea of an outdoor exhibition, because it's so wonderful. You can have an artist on site carving. It's great for kids. I tell you, kids love it because they can touch the art, they can watch somebody creating the work. It's just, it's quite magical.
Yeah.
So what do you mean, like you enjoy talking to the kids even more than the adults? Or?
Yeah, I mean everybody but with kids, you know, a kid coming to see what you are doing is quite interesting. Yeah.
So what's the most important part of sculpting? Is it a vision? Is it technique? Is it a combination of both? Is it, you know, is it...
Yeah, it's like
where do you start when people sit down at a workshop? Like you must know, you must look around the workshop and say, okay, that guy's never going to make it. This guy's never going to make it. You know?
No, it's like the important part is to spread the idea to other people. Then they will learn how to sculpt, and it's quite interesting. Even, for example, if I taught you how to sculpt, then you end up maybe in 2 months you are now can produce your own sculpture. Then I can say, no, that's your sculpture.
But you can't really teach me how to sculpt. You might show me some techniques for cutting the stone or something like that. But I mean, if I don't have talent and a vision and inspiration, I guess forget it.
Yeah, it's like it all depends with how can somebody catch. It depends with if you can catch it quickly. If it is a talent, sometimes somebody can just go straight through. Then you can make a nice sculpture from there. Then it will be surprising to say, maybe you were a sculptor before, but you know, it will be a talent, you say.
But you have to be Zimbabwean for that.
Givemore Mashaya has his sculptures on display at Centennial Park as of today. Fran Furley is curator and founder of ZimArt. The website is up there for you to check it out. Thank you very much for being here. That is Focus Montreal for this week. To check out past shows, log on to globalmontreal.com, click on video, scroll to Focus Montreal. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time.